Isaac, what you doing?
Nothing, Mum. You wouldn't understand.
Did you finish your chores?
I've got no chores, Mum.
Righto.
Sir Isaac Newton was an English physicist born in 1642. He is today considered the father of modern physics. It all started in 1665 when he was sitting under a tree, reading or something. Then fate stepped in.
Hey, what was all that about then?
This got Newton thinking.
Hey, I'm talking to you. You can't just go around knocking apples into people's noggins.
What would cause an apple to fall from a tree? Everything else needed to be pushed, he thought, so what was pushing the apple?
Oh, I was drawing, you know, and... Hey, what's that about it being pushed?
Some invisible pull, he surmised, must be the reason behind the apple falling on his head.
Yeah, that's right. There must be something. Who are you anyway? Wait, where are you going? Hey, I'm
Soon his mind was abuzz with revolutionary concepts that would change the physical sciences forever. So I'm like sitting in bed, right? Sleeping, you know, all's great, whatever. You know, just like out of nowhere, wham! I'm up against the wall. I mean, so I'm saying to myself, like, what's this? 1 minute I'm sleeping, next minute I'm up against the bloody wall eating paint, and it really was bloody. I hit pretty hard, yeah. But, yeah, you know, there really ought to be some laws about this.
I rather like the state things are in right now. Just last week I lifted a box of garbage 3 times my own weight with 1 hand. It's great.
Well, of course there need to be some laws about this. Nothing's right around here. It's all higgledy-piggledy, things just floating around and whatnot. Especially when you have to use the bathroom. Last week, I went to go to use the latrine and everything.
Newton's observations soon filled up his notebooks, and he began to draw generalities from them. Eventually, he formed 3 laws, known today as Newton's 3 laws of motion. Newton's first law of motion states that an object in motion stays in motion until acted upon by an outside force. Well, conversely, Newton's first law also states that an object at rest stays at rest until acted upon by an outside force. So, what was the demo we were going to be using for this? Newton's second law of motion states that the force an object imparts is directly proportional to its mass and acceleration. Therefore, my mass, being much smaller than that of this car, has a hard time getting the car moving. But, in turn, since the car has a much greater mass, once it gets moving, it imparts a much larger force. Newton's third law of motion states that for every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. Equal and opposite every time.
That's the 2nd time you've hit me in the head today!
Oh! Ow!